Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, we are going to talk about what is preventing you from traveling in the Philippines. Which COVID travel restrictions should the Philippines drop at this time? Let me provide you the big changes. Mask will be optional when outdoors. The total lifting of the mask mandate will be pilot tested by the end of 2022, provided there is an improvement in the COVID-19 booster coverage. Also, President Bongbong Marcos will issue a new executive order approving the optional mask policy outdoors. There will be a new health screening for monkeypox. In addition, there is a new online customs declaration form which must be submitted within 48 hours prior to arrival. This will affect all international flights coming to Manila at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, Terminal 1 flights only. Currently, all passengers to the Philippines must register through the One Health Pass within 72 hours prior to departure from the country of origin. What will happen if you are unable to register through the One Health Pass? If you are unable to register and obtain a barcode, you will be denied boarding because you needed to present that QR code or barcode to enter Philippines. If you register ahead of time, let's say 4 days before your flight, you will not be able to register. Many are asking if booster shot is required in the Philippines. The answer is no. Booster shot is not required. However, you must be fully vaccinated if you are a foreign national. If you are a Filipino or a dual citizen, proof of vaccination is not required. However, if you are fully vaccinated, you will not have to undergo quarantine for 5 or 6 days. There is now a new health screening for all international arriving passengers in the Philippines. First, there will be a thermal screening and also a visual check. The visual check will involve quick health safety assessment and inspection of any skin rashes or lesions on hands and arms. Passengers will be asked to roll up their sleeves. If a passenger showed symptoms, the Bureau of Quarantine will lead them to an exit separate from the other travelers. He or she will be brought to the Bureau of Quarantine clinic for a second look. A BOQ doctor will then decide if the passenger needs to be treated or cleared to go home. There is now a simplified registration for the One Health Pass. However, all family members, you must register individually, so make sure that you have a valid email address. All passengers must register within 72 hours prior to departure. It means prior to first flight if you have a connecting flight. The most important thing to remember when registering is that you must keep a QR code copy, whether digital or printed copy. Please also be aware of a fake website collecting money. The One Health Pass is a free website. This is the actual website. And then when you reach the dashboard, just click OK. Fully vaccinated passengers do not need to quarantine. If you are a foreign national, you must be fully vaccinated. Also, Filipinos do not need to be vaccinated. Please take note that if you register earlier than 72 hours, you won't be allowed to register. If you're a foreign tourist from a visa-free country, you must have a return ticket not later than 30 days or an onward ticket. You must visit the immigration office before the expiration of 30 days if you wanted to extend your stay. Mostly, the immigration will grant you a 30 days extension. And then the extension afterwards could be 2 to 6 months and with a maximum of 36 months if you are a foreign tourist from a visa-free country. Also, please remember that the immigration office is not obligated to extend you an extension. For all foreign tourists from visa required or those who possess a 9A visa, the return ticket or onward ticket must be not later than 59 days for single entry or for the duration of your stay. Also, you must visit the immigration office before the expiration of your visa. Extension is discretionary, so it depends on your personal circumstance and the purpose of your extension. After granting a discretionary period of extension, it could also be extended up to 2 to 6 months for a maximum of 24 months. Moving on, if you are a former Filipino or a foreign spouse or child traveling together with a Filipino or former Filipino, these rules are applicable. You must follow the rules whether you are included under the visa-free or visa-required countries. No return ticket is required, but you can stay for 1 year based on the Balikbayan visa. You must visit the immigration office before the expiration of 1 year. However, extension could be discretionary. Now, the maximum stay could be 24 months for visa required and 36 months for visa-free countries. Former Filipino citizens, including foreign spouse or foreign children, can stay in the Philippines for 1 year visa-free. Because Balikbayan visa allows your stay visa-free for 1 year if you are a national of visa-free countries included under Executive Order number 408. However, please take note that you could be subject to deportation proceedings if you're unable to extend your visa before the expiration of 1 year. How unvaccinated foreigners are entering Philippines. Unvaccinated or partially vaccinated foreign spouses of Filipino or former Filipinos traveling together or not. Unvaccinated former Filipinos. Also unvaccinated foreign tourists were allowed entry. However, please remember that it will all depend on the airline and layover country if you have one. Also, you must have an accredited hotel for quarantine purposes and you must book for 6 nights. For all Filipinos or foreign nationals, here are the exemptions for the pre-departure negative test. Those who are 18 years and above, who are fully vaccinated and received at least 1 booster shot. Also, 12 to 17 years of age who are fully vaccinated, but no booster shot is required. For 11 years and below, regardless of vaccination status, accompanied by parent who is fully vaccinated and with booster shot. Also, there will be no pre-departure negative test for children below 3 years old. So that means all children 2 years old and below do not need a negative pre-departure test. So these are the only ones exempted from pre-departure test. Here are the rules for minor children. Booster shot is not required. Also, the foreign child must be a national of country included under Executive Order number 408 if you wanted to enter visa-free. For vaccinated minor 12 to 17 years, no pre-departure testing will be required. And for unvaccinated minor 12 to 17, negative test within 48 hours or antigen test. If unvaccinated, the parent must accompany child during quarantine. Also, if you are a foreign child, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months. Foreign nationals who are tourists or possess a 9A visa, if you are 18 and above and with booster shot, you must be fully vaccinated. You must carry an acceptable proof of vaccination, passport valid for 6 months, return or onward ticket not later than 30 days or depending on visa type, and you must register through the One Health Pass within 72 hours prior to departure. If you are a foreign tourist or possess a 9A visa and you are 18 years and above but without booster shot, you must be fully vaccinated. You must carry an acceptable proof of vaccination. Also, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months at the time of arrival. You must also have a return or onward ticket not later than 30 days or depending on the duration of visa, and you must have a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. This is for those without booster shot. For all former Filipino citizens who are Balikbayans and you are traveling alone with booster shot 18 years and above, you must be fully vaccinated. You must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. Also, you must have a valid passport for at least 6 months. If you have a foreign passport, you must register to the One Health Pass within 72 hours. And no pre-departure testing is required because you already have a booster shot. For former Filipino citizens traveling alone, without booster shot and you are 18 and above, you must be fully vaccinated. Also, you must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. In addition, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months and must register to the One Health Pass within 72 hours. You must also present a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. If you are a Filipino citizen and you are 18 and above without booster shot, you must be fully vaccinated, must have proof of vaccination, must register to the One Health Pass, and must have negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test. If you are a foreign spouse traveling with Filipino or former Filipino without booster shot, you must be a country included under 408 for visa-free stay. You must be fully vaccinated. Also, you must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. In addition, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months at the time of arrival, and you must also have a One Health Pass registration, and you must have a negative RT-PCR test or negative antigen test because you don't have a booster shot. If you have a booster shot, you don't need negative test prior to arrival in the Philippines. For all Filipinos or dual citizens who are unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or the vaccination cannot be validated, you must present a negative RT-PCR test or a negative antigen test. Also, you must quarantine for 5 days and you will be tested on the 5th day of your arrival, and you must continue home quarantine until the 14th day of your arrival. For those who are fully vaccinated, you are no longer required to observe facility-based quarantine but must monitor symptoms for 7 days. Here are the latest COVID isolation rules in the Philippines for both vaccinated or fully vaccinated or partially vaccinated or unvaccinated. So there are 2 categories. First, quarantine if you are a close contact, 5 days for fully vaccinated and 14 days for partially vaccinated or unvaccinated. Please take note there will be strict observance of health protocols up to 14 days or monitoring up to 14 days. The rules are different if you are COVID positive and you must isolate. Here are the rules for fully vaccinated. First, you must undergo 7 days of isolation from onset of symptoms or positive test. If you are partially vaccinated or unvaccinated, it will be 10 days of isolation from onset of symptoms or positive test. Who is considered fully vaccinated? You will be considered fully vaccinated more than or equal to 2 weeks after having received the second dose in a 2-dose series, or more than or equal to 2 weeks after having received a single-dose vaccine. Here are the acceptable COVID vaccines in the Philippines: BioNTech Pfizer, Convidecia, Covaxin, Epiva Corona, Johnson Vaccine, Moderna, Novavax, Oxford AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Comirnaty, Sinopharm, Sinovac, Sputnik Light, and Sputnik 5. If you are fully vaccinated, at least 1 booster shot is enough to waive pre-departure testing to travel in the Philippines. For booster shot shall refer to doses administered to a vaccinated population that has completed a primary vaccination series when with time vaccine effectiveness has fallen below a rate deemed sufficient in that population as indicated in the EUA or Emergency Use Authorization issued by the FDA. Only 1 booster shot is required for you to be exempted from the pre-departure negative test. However, please confirm with your airline if the booster shot need to be taken 14 days before your travel date. However, booster shot should be effective immediately, but please confirm with your airline so you can be exempted. The latest quarantine requirements for those fully recovered Filipino nationals with positive RT-PCR test results. For those who are vaccinated, there is actually no facility-based quarantine. All you have to do is self-monitor for any sign or symptom for 7 days, with the first day being the date of arrival, and shall be required to report to the local government unit of destination upon the manifestation of symptoms, if any. For unvaccinated, you will be required to quarantine in a facility-based hotel until the release of a negative RT-PCR test taken on the 5th day, and you will be required to undergo home quarantine until the 14th day, with the date of arrival being the 1st. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, and if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you guys for supporting my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.